What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here for After the Dead. Season 7, Episode 5 of The Walking Dead is in the books now. We are just burning through this season. We got 3 left before the mid-season finale. The stakes are incredibly high. Every week we've seen one group at a time, really. This week we saw more than one. We saw Maggie totally becoming the leader at the Hilltop. But more importantly, and we're going full spoilers here, you've been warned, we saw Carl and Enid have a little lovey moment, and we saw Carl in the back of that truck with Jesus. And without further ado, we're going to talk about that at the end of this. But without further ado, we have a very special interview. You guys are going to be very excited about this. I've been hyping it up on Twitter because I've been so excited. Katelyn Nacon, Enid herself, is here. Katelyn, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi. Yeah, no problem.
That was a great episode. I'm so happy to finally. I think I speak for everybody when we're so happy to see Carl and Enid finally have a little love. And so first of all, we got to talk. We got to talk about that kiss. Finally, a little love between Carl and Enid. I think the internet is melting. I don't know how much you check Twitter, but Carl just up and left right afterwards. What does this mean for their relationship going forward?
I think they both understand that they need to do what they believe is right. And so I don't think Enid's ever going to stop him because she knows that whatever she says probably won't.
Right. Now, I've got to ask, you guys have already been stuck in a tree together. But so how do you and Chandler, like you guys have these scenes that kind of romantic, and that's pretty rare on this show. I mean, it's The Walking Dead. We've seen a little bit with Rick and Michonne lately, but these type of moments are very rare. So for you guys together, that must be really cool. How do you guys prep for that, and how are those days on set different from all the rest of the days?
Well, they're pretty much about the same. We just kind of joke around a lot. Because we're really good friends, so it's just, no matter what, it's going to be awkward, I think. Or at least maybe that's just because of me. But but no, it's usually just like the rest, you know. You just know that you have to kiss at the end of the day.
Right, that's pretty cool. I'm sure, I think there are a lot of young Chandler Riggs fans who are very jealous right now, but
there's gotta be half that either are really happy right now, and then like the majority are just about to kill me, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Well, see, now there's shippers all over the place. What do you think the ship name is for Carl and Enid? Is it Carnid or Earl? What do we got?
I've heard Carnid more.
Okay.
Earl just reminds me of like Daryl's brother.
That was the first thing I thought of. I was like, that's Merle. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think Carnid is it. But so Gregory already pissed about having Maggie and Sasha at the Hilltop in this episode. How do you think he's going to feel when he realizes Enid is there too?
Well, considering he didn't know who Sasha was, I think Enid would just play it as she's always been there. She's just always been a Hilltopper.
Yeah,
she believe her too.
She knows how to adapt. She knows how to survive somehow.
Somehow.
Right. But Maggie has lost her family. Enid has lost her family. It looks like the two of them are kind of forming their own little family together, and it's awesome. Would you say that's the case?
I would definitely think that Enid sees Maggie as like this older sister, motherly figure, and someone that she definitely cares about. So I would definitely say that, you know, it could be considered a family relationship.
Right, that's awesome. How is Enid coping now? It's been about a week, I think, in terms of the show's timeline, with losing a father figure in Glenn now.
Yeah, I know she's not thrilled about it, that's for sure. But it's just hard because she closes herself off so she doesn't get attached to someone who she knows could leave her. And then Glenn kind of got forced into her life, and he taught her so many important lessons that it makes it really hard, because I think she did see a lot of her father in Glenn. And so it was like she had to relive that moment of when she lost her parents when she found out Glenn died.
Right. You think maybe we could see Jesus maybe step into like a father figure role for her? He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she is at Hilltop now, so she's going to have these new characters to interact with. So maybe we will get to see something out of that.
That would be really cool. I'm checking our live comment section right now. Brennan wants to know, did you know how to roller skate before filming this episode, or did you learn on set?
Oh, God, no. They actually had someone teach us to roller skate. Chandler already knew how to roller skate pretty well. I had gone roller skating, but I was always like the deer learning how to walk whenever I went. It was really bad. And so it took me a bit longer to figure out the whole scheme.
Oh man, that's pretty funny. At least it was the apocalypse. There wasn't really anything in your way.
Yeah.
Amy Greenwood says, I wonder if Enid and Maggie are the Maggie and Sophia of the comics for television. I can totally see where that's coming from. Do you think there's any truth to that? Do you think the writers are drawing from that storyline for TV?
I mean, I was never told specifically, but I mean, from what I know of the comics, it does kind of seem like that, because Glenn and Maggie do adopt Sophia. But I think still Sophia and Enid are kind of different characters, personality-wise, I would say. But I think she could easily adapt the storyline, or they could easily just do whatever they want.
Right. Yeah, you never know. They like to change things up a little bit. And before I let you go, I've got to ask, I know you got to keep it spoiler free, but what else can you tease about things to come in season 7? They just wrapped up. I got to talk to Scott Gimple on Friday. I know that was the last day of production for season 7. It sounds like there's a lot of really cool stuff in store. What can you tease to us about what to expect in the next, what is it? I think we got 11 episodes left.
There's just so much good stuff that's coming up. And I know a lot of people were thrown off with the premiere and everything, but you definitely have to stick around to watch the show because it just keeps getting better.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for tonight's episode. You were fantastic. And I know that the internet is just losing their minds about that big moment. And you had to know that was coming. You knew it was coming. Everybody was asking you all the time.
Yeah.
That's so cool. But thank you so much.
Maybe.
Yeah, you got to dodge it. Oh, I don't know. Well, thank you, Katelyn. I'm sure we'll talk again soon. And best of luck in the offseason. I hope you're around in the finale. You never know with this show.
I know. It's just crazy. Knock on wood.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
All right, everybody, and thank you guys for watching. There is one thing I want to touch on before we hang up after the dead tonight. That one key comic book storyline. You might call this spoilers, so I'll give you the warning. We're going to talk about the comics real quick, but it seems like that moment is totally coming to TV for a couple of reasons. First of all, Carl is in the back of the truck headed to Negan's sanctuary. That is big. Comic fans saw that happen, and they were like, wait, what, are we really going to see it? Because in the comics, Carl hops in the back of a truck, he's got a machine gun, he gets to the sanctuary, he mows down a bunch of saviors, and then he gets caught, because obviously he was never going to take on all the saviors by himself. But Negan doesn't kill him. Negan keeps him at the sanctuary and kind of manipulates him. It's kind of weird, but it's also kind of awesome. I don't know. Am I a bad person for saying that? Maybe. I think most comic readers would agree, though. He takes his eye patch off, he makes him sing a song, and guess what the title for episode 7 is? Sing Me a Song. I'm just saying, guys. You know what to expect. If you guys have any questions, I would love to talk to you more. I love talking about the comics, so if you have any questions about that or what to expect, hit me up on Twitter at BrandonDavisBD. If you just want to talk about the episode, I'll talk to you there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks to Katelyn Nacon for joining us, and we'll see you next Sunday on After the Dead.